What's up, squad? Welcome back to another reaction, man. Today we got men are getting tired of their 9 to 5, bro. Like, I mean, I get it, I get it. Or men crashing out over their 9 to 5. I get it. People getting tired of feel like they working their life away and feel like that's all it is sleep, work, home, sleep, work, home. I understand. So we're going to jump into it and we're going to have some fun while we do it. We're going to see what these guys is talking about, man. Let's go.
I hate clocking in. I hate talking to managers. I hate having meetings. I hate having coworkers. I hate everything about having a job.
Somebody tell me how to make $300,000 in a week. Listen,
I don't know what's wrong with y'all folks. Well, y'all be seeing this shit where you saying 300,000 a week. Yeah.
Man, that's just the new generation, though. Look. Man, tired.
For the most part,
that's just the new generation, though, man. Like, the new generation, I'm 34, so I'm whatever gen I am. I'm talking about the generation after me, man. They just, instead of thinking about working somewhere, they want to own the business. And I don't blame them. I'm the same way. Now, I do understand and get how important a job is. Don't get that twisted, because without a job, you are hit. You know what I'm saying? You got to provide for you, and if you do have a family, you got to provide for you as well as your family. You know what I'm saying? So I get how important a job is, but at the same time, I also get how important life is, and seeing the world and understanding the journey to find out yourself. And it's kind of hard to find who you are going to a dead end job 12, 13 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? But I also get that you need to work as well.
we was all taught the same thing. Be a good kid, go to school, get good grades, go to college so you can get a really good job. This was the universal route of success for most of us. But now we're adults and people are really sick and tired of living the life that we was told was the path to success, and they're regretting ever listening to that advice. And because of this realization, this is creating confusion between generations. Check this out.
somebody tell me how to make $300,000 in a week. Listen,
I don't know what's wrong with y'all folks. Well, y'all be seeing this shit where you saying 300,000 a week. Well, y'all seeing this shit. You know personally that's making 300,000.
I don't.
Exactly.
You know why?
Why?
Because y'all ass. I should have been figuring that shit out. Changing the trajectory of the family. When it's there, you know what y'all was doing? At McDonald's. Making fries and shit. Learn how to make fucking nuggets and shit.
Yeah, but the thing is I'm trying to show you the way to do it better. See, I didn't get past the fries and the nuggets. I didn't think high level, like getting to manager level.
That's not high level, bro. That's some basic shit.
No.
I feel it. It's the same thing. Working fries and being a manager is the same thing. You still work for the business. I get what he's saying, but the manager do make more money. I know it's a pyramid scale, of course, but it is the same thing in my book.
So that's your thing, fries. Making fries for 30 years.
Yeah, but that's what I got comfortable with. But I'm telling you now that I know better, like, go to the next level. Go to management.
It's so crazy to hear two different generations have this conversation. And I think about myself. I have some of the conversations with people in my family. In that video, the older gentleman was saying, listen, don't just be an employee. I want you to want more for yourself. Be the manager. Be the person that's in control. The younger dude is saying, I want to own the whole McDonald's. It's two different mindsets that this generation has versus the older generation. But then you may ask yourself, like, well, why did the older generation like that? Your young dude said, well, why didn't y'all put us in better positions? I feel like the older generation did exactly what they knew to do. We, in the age of social media and information, the amount of information that we're getting right now, back in the day, they either had to read a book or see it in an encyclopedia.
Nah, facts.
And if they had to
Nah,
read a
facts.
book, that means
like,
that somebody else had to.
the information that the younger youth have now, or the younger age kids have now, is just endless information. I mean, we had a little bit, I said I was raised in the 2000s. I was born in 1991. So we was kind of the era of coming into internet. We had Ask Jeeves and MySpace, all that good little stuff. But we still didn't have the information that what the generation has now. Like, it's insane about the stuff that you can figure out in a snap of a finger, a push of a button. Endless information. Now that creates laziness, and I'm just being honest, but it also could create a will to want to know what's out there as well.
Put it in a book and was okay with other people getting that same information. See, what you don't realize is that a lot of people that were successful back in the day, they were taught by their granddads, they were taught by their fathers, because success was passed down to them. If you had nobody to pass success down to you verbally, it was gonna be a lot harder for you back in the day than it is now.
Am I the only one who wants to just quit my job?
No.
Maybe buy a minivan or buy an old car and just hop in the car and just simply travel and just see the world, man.
Nah, bro, you're not the only one, bro. It is a lot of people out here, myself included, that's had this thought. I've done it, actually. I've done it. I've traveled the world and I've been to 48 states and 2 countries. So, I mean, I understand what this man's going through. Before he even says anything, he's tired of working. He's tired of just feeling like going home, eating, going to bed, work, going home, eating, going to bed, work. It's just it's a cycle. It's a cycle that don't nobody want to live in. Now, is it necessary? Yes, it is necessary to have a job, to be able to have a foundation to find yourself. Please believe, I know. I completely understand the struggle of job hunting and keeping a decent job to live in this economy. I understand 100%. But it is important. But it is also important to enjoy your life and have fun and figure out who you are the best way you can. And punching the clock every single day, asking somebody when you can go on vacation. A grown man or a grown woman asking another human being when they can go spend time with their family. It just don't feel right.
Like, am I the only one who simply just wants to see life and experience life and not be caught up in this rat race for the rest of my life?
Jeez,
You know, we pay bills, we pay taxes, and we work hard, and we bust our behinds for these jobs, but it's like, is that it? We just work, pay bills, pay taxes, work, pay bills, pay taxes, sit in traffic. Is that it?
It feel like it doing
on
it,
it,
bro.
All there is to life? I can't be the only one who sits back and wonders sometimes, like, this is not, like, this can't be real life. Like, it's no way.
It is.
We were sold a lie. The American dream is a lie. It is no way it should be this difficult to survive in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Right. I ain't about to go into all these conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but it's the reason why they call theories, man. About jobs, harnessing the energy and all that good stuff. Hey, man, I'm not about to go into it, but not everything is a lie. Not everything, man. And I feel like they hide enough to where if we do figure out a little piece of the pie, you might want to put a little thought to it. Because everybody, my grandma and my mom always told me this. Not everybody tell the same lie. So if somebody say something about you, and it's spot on that 4 other people say the same thing, it got to have some truth to it. You see what I'm saying? So people going to work and feel like they drain all day, every day, and don't want to seek life, it got to have some truth to it, man.
This is incredible to me. I don't understand. So sometimes I think, man, I just want to quit, hop in a car or hop in a minivan or something, and just travel. Like, I mean, life is going to pass us by anyway. What do we got to lose? And I'm not saying let's just have a mass walkout at our jobs. I mean, if it happens, it is what it is. But it's just like, there has to be something more than this, right? It can't just be work, pay bills, pay taxes. right?
You know, I never understood how people can hate their jobs so much, but have a retirement plan to do it for 20 years.
Facts,
Like,
bro.
you're gonna be doing that job for 20 years, but you hate
But you
your
can't
job
stand it. That
so
sounds like
much. Like, there's
misery.
nothing-
That sounds like misery to me. You hate your job, but you're going to go there for 20, 30 plus years. I understand. Handle your business. You got wife, kids, family. I completely understand. But you also got to understand that your wife, family, and kids need you there as well. They need that bond, that energy, that growth with each other. Yeah, I know you can provide. But when you gone more than you are with your family, are you just a wallet at that point? Not saying like not saying that your family's using you. I'm talking about in your mind, like, am I just paying bills? I want to spend some of this time with my fam.
in life that I hate doing that I plan on still doing it for 20 more years. Like, really wrap your mind around that real quick. Like, you hate waking up. You hate the whole experience of going to work and sacrificing 8 hours out of your day, but you have a plan to do it so you can retire. And the craziest thing about retirement is that once you retire, you're getting a portion of what you used to make while you were physically working, and your retirement money does not go up as inflation goes up. In other words, my grandma actually told me this. The money that she made when she retired probably like 15 years ago is the same exact money that she's making today from her retirement, which is why a lot of retired people have to keep on working.
Gotta keep
You know how
going.
much more expensive things are versus they were 15 years ago? So what good is her retirement money? Instead of working a job that you don't like for 20 years, why not make it a means to an end? I don't get that for the life of me.
Am I the
Me
only
neither.
one that doesn't see the point of this anymore? Trading your time for money. So I'm supposed to give you 8 hours of my day for 5 days a week for the rest of my life?
Maybe it's just
It don't
me.
make
Maybe I'm
sense,
the only
do
one
it?
that's not-
It does not make sense. I know. I understand. That's why I started this YouTube channel. That's why I'm starting on my YouTube presence. All this is because I completely understand working and working hard at it. I get it. But I don't understand doing it for my entire life just to get to a retirement fund that I'm barely going to be able to use because I'm at the back end of my life. I just let my life pass me by working to get to. Oh, man, it's just. But like I said, I completely understand working. I do. I get it. It's just the concept of it is kind of mind-boggling.
comfortable with living 20 years of my life having to ask another human being that God put on this earth, walks and has 2 legs just like me, 2 eyeballs just like me. I gotta ask this person, hey, can I go on vacation this weekend with my family? I just need the Friday to the Monday.
Boom.
Or can I
It's
can I
crazy.
get Monday to Wednesday? Like, do you mind if I just want to go?
Now I get people in the comments gonna say, well, it's part of the contract you sign whenever you put the application in to work for these people. I get it. Like I said, I'm not even here to argue that jobs are bad. I swear I'm not. I'm just saying I understand what people are going through when they say that they feel like they're just wasting their life away working a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. I just get it. I've been there.
Out of town, my daughter's on spring break, and I want to enjoy a little bit of time with my daughter. And they look at me and they say, oh, I'm sorry, right now is not a good time because it's peak season and we really need you. Whole time, if something was to happen to me, they would replace me the next day. My job would be
That
at the job.
fast. They replaced you in a heartbeat. You better believe that. They will replace you in a heartbeat. You are a part of their system. And if you don't run as a part of their system, they will get you up out of there, as they should. It's their system. You agree when you applied to work through their system. But I'm not saying that the system is right. I'm just saying I understand what needs to be understood.
Fair the next day, but I have to miss out on valuable time because I'm making somebody else rich. I want to just paint a picture for y'all real quick, all right? Every single job, every corporation, every sign, everything you see on your way once you leave your house, it all manifested from somebody else's thoughts, right? Even this hat that I'm wearing, this shirt that I'm wearing,
Right.
this chain, the lights
Right.
behind me, this pillow, everything.
It's all a manifestation of someone else's dream. What is what he's saying. So when you wake up in the morning and you go to that factory, or you go to your 9 to 5, you are working someone else's manifestation. You're living someone else's dream. You're making someone else's dream become possible. What y'all think about that? Comment below.
From somebody else's idea. With that idea, that person put it into action and slowly grew into something that you now can see. That human being now needed somebody else to pull the strings for them. They could go live the life that they actually want to live with their time.
And deserve.
But the only way they can do that is by making you sacrifice your time so they can have more time. Meanwhile, you have to beg somebody at work for 3 days of free time. When you work a 9 to 5, at least an hour of traffic just getting home. By the time you're home, you're too tired to do anything.
And I just comment on that, like, if that person do rise his company or her company up to where she has to have employees to help her run it, that's okay. But what people don't understand is when these big bosses is off doing other things and they have people to run their companies, you know, supervisors and all this stuff, they don't know that these supervisors are on power trips just because they feel special because they have some kind of authority over not the person, but the product in the company that the person is just so happen to help distribute. But they think they run that person. And that is the problem with some jobs. It's the people that think they're in authority and that they run your life because you so-called need this job because of them bills and them groceries. And you do so-called need it. But you don't have to put up with craziness. Some people do. But I'm just saying, I get it.
And now you're preparing for the next day. So your whole life is really working. You spend more time with your coworkers than you do with your wife or your husband or
Facts.
your kids. Not speaking down on nobody that loves their job and they love going to their 9 to 5. I'm not mad at you.
No, for sure.
But
Continue.
if you hate your job, but you sit here and tell yourself you're going to be doing 20 years, or maybe you didn't tell yourself you're going to do 20 years, but you're not seeing it as a means to an end, or you're putting some type of action into it being an end, I just want to wake you up.
Motherfuckers always asking me my
Nah,
dream
for real.
job.
That's a great way of putting it. That's what I keep saying. I understand. He just put it perfectly. A job is needed to start that foundation. It's needed. But as long as you're building towards something in your life and your creation, you see what I'm saying? You can't help someone make their creation and dream happen for the rest of your life. I mean, you can. I just don't understand it.
Like, I just like working. Bitch, I hate working. I tell people all the time, bro, my dream job is to not have a job. I hate clocking in. I hate talking to managers. I hate having meetings. I hate having coworkers. I hate everything about having a job. I hate having to wait on a paycheck. I hate this shit. I only
feel like he feels this way. I can't speak for him, but I understand where he's coming from. So I would say the way I feel is I wouldn't hate meetings and talking to people and all that stuff if it was my company and it's my business, because I'm running it. I'm understanding the process and what's going on and controlling things. But doing something but going to meetings and stuff for someone else's business, it doesn't feel right. That's why people don't like it, because it's not your creation. It's not what you were put here to do.
I hate this shit. I hate working this job. I hate working a job. I tell people this shit all the time. I don't want a job. I don't want a job. I want to act. I want to rap, because shit like that, it don't feel like a job. I want to do.
It don't feel like a job because it's stuff that you want to do. It's something. It's your life. You want to rap. You want to act. Cool. Do that, brother. And more power to you. But I'm just explaining that it don't feel like a job because you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for someone else.
shit that doesn't feel like a job. It don't feel like a job. I gotta wake up in the morning and swipe a card, or I gotta get on Chronos and log in. Get on
It drains
AT,
you.
Log in. I gotta motherfucking receive a call from my manager and be like, "Hey, did you do this?" I don't want to hear none of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. On my mama, I'm 2 seconds away, 2 milliseconds away from slapping my manager, my boss, and all my coworkers. I swear to God, and whoever owns this company,
Yeah.
and whoever owns a company. I swear to God, I hate working. We always get underpaid. And it's so crazy because your job not really your job, it's just your turn, because at the end of the motherfucking day, they can fire you whenever the fuck they want to. If they getting low on business, they can fire you and they gonna call it a layoff, because of course you able to
Yeah,
get
they control
unemployment.
it.
You know, they call
It's
it
their
layoff. But
system.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
your job is not really your job, it's just your fucking turn. You
Right.
can be down bad on your ass and you really need to work overtime and you can't even fucking work overtime. You don't even got a job no more. You don't even fucking know because they low on business right now. But I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. And I really hate the fact that I gotta depend on this shit right now. But one day, I'm not gonna need to depend on this shit.
There you go.
One day.
There you go. Start changing your life, man. It starts with your mind. It starts with you. There you go. Continue to say one day it's gonna happen, because you're starting to open up. The doors are starting to open.
One day I'm not gonna need to depend on this shit and deal with these stinking ass customers, deal with these stinking ass managers, deal with these stinking ass coworkers. I just hate it.
And some of y'all may be watching that video and it's like, brother, people been doing this for generations to come. We've been hating jobs, and that's just what a man gotta do. I don't believe that a man has to hate his life
Me neither.
in order to support his family.
Me neither.
I do not attest to that at all.
I don't either.
And just
I don't
because
either.
something is normalized doesn't mean you have to live it. If you see your current job as a business partner instead of the lord of your bills, or whether or not your bills get paid, you'll be able to breathe a lot better. Let me explain that to you. Listen, most people only work a job that they don't like because they have to pay their bills. So if you had other means to pay your bills, you would not need that job. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about me. I was once fired from a job, and when I got fired from that job, it was a real eye-opening moment, because I honestly got fired for something that I think was pretty dumb, but they did fire
feel
me.
you.
And although I was really pissed off at the time, like, dang, I got fired, you could probably go on YouTube on my old channel and search Ty Boogie got fired. You'll find a video of me, like, sad. I was about to start screen pressing shirts and everything. You can go find this video.
Yeah,
on
he's about to get to it.
It ain't no cap. Nah, me and my rap. You know what I mean? But me getting fired taught me a valuable life lesson early on. And the lesson was that job had way too much power over me. The job determined what I eat. The job determined where I was able to sleep.
feel you,
it
bro.
determined how I look, what kind of fun I'm able to have. It determined all of that. So once I got fired from my job, I realized, dang, I was only that person that I was while I had the job because I had that job. Like, think about it. Real
Yeah.
quick. Think about your
Yeah.
life before getting.
Yeah, that's who you was because of the job. It's your world. You create it. Every moment that you are awake and conscious, you are creating everything that happens to you.
Getting your raise. Think about your life before getting that new position. You were a completely different person. You couldn't go out to the club with your friends. You couldn't go to the bar with your friends. You couldn't be out here dating. You couldn't drive that car. You couldn't live in that nice place you live in right now. You couldn't really support your kids. You are a completely different person when you don't have that job. Therefore, that person that's allowing you to have that job has all the power over your life. Because one day, they could just walk in, look at you, and be like, you know what? I don't like how he has 2 dimples instead of just 1. Let me find a reason to fire him. And now you're
Yeah.
gone. And
You
just
gone,
off of
yeah.
that one decision of that person wanting to fire you, your whole life changes. So after I got fired from that job, I went to drive.
I mean, there are laws and things that you can't just be fired off of discrimination of any type or form, of course. But I understand what he's saying. They are in control of if you stay or go.
Lyft. I was driving Lyft until I could finally find another job. But I told myself that if I was to ever get another job, I would have a plan to never give a job that level of power over me ever again.
That's real though, man. That's real. And people might think this is funny. But that's real, man. That's an older gentleman, been working probably a long time. You heard him. He's not complaining. He said he tired. When's it going to end? When does happiness come? When can I relax? You see what I'm saying? That's the problem right there. He's just tired.
Why you show up to work if you tired?
You heard what that man said? He said, because I need a...
He said, because I need $1. Freezing up on me.
dollar. My heart really goes out to that man because I feel that, man. Like when you're working day in and day out, it could be so tiring. Going to sleep early just to wake up and get in traffic to go to work. Like it's just so repetitive. It's tiring. So I understand when that man said he is tired and son started to hug himself. And believe it or not, a lot of people are headed down the road to be just like that man because you never made any changes. Let me tell you the plan that I had that got me out of working a 9-to-5 and finally gaining control over
Talk to me,
life.
Woogie.
I write down each one of my bills and right beside them, I write down a hustle. So each hustle may be something either I did before or maybe I could possibly do or I could teach myself how to do.
I like that.
All I knew is that whatever I was going to do, I was going to slowly get better at it. Because
Right.
I had so many different bills, I had so many different hustles. But in my mind, it's easy to make $100 if I pick up a camera and do a photo shoot for $50 an hour. People will easily pay that. That's one booking out of the month. That'll pay my
Right.
phone bill. I would go on to do this to have a hustle for each one of my bills. My biggest bill being my car note and my rent, or maybe I had mortgage at the time, I'm not sure. But anyways, for my car note, I figured, okay, let me get another car so then that car could pay for both my cars and I don't have to pay for a car note. So I started doing Toro. For my mortgage, I said, okay, let me figure out how this whole Airbnb thing works. I started doing Airbnb arbitrage. I can't really say too much on YouTube how to do that, so hit me up in my Discord and I may be able to explain to you how I did my Airbnb arbitrage.
Feel that.
It got to the point where these things became my hobbies. Just like how I used to play basketball when I was young, now I just enjoy making money. So when I
Right.
get off of work, I'd spend at least an hour to 2 hours of just figuring out how to improve in each one of these little businesses that I was doing. It was small improvements, but over time, it taught me by improving these skills, although my goal was just to pay my bills, the money for each one of the skills was surpassing the bill that needed to
Right.
get
And then
paid.
on top of that, he's not chasing the money. He's building his skill. See, we're gonna stop the video right there. We're gonna chop it up. What I'm saying is, moving y'all around. What I'm saying is, y'all, he's not chasing the money. He's chasing the skill. Something he wants to do and likes to do. And if you continue to chase what you want to do and like to do, you're going to get good at it. And when you get good at it, people's going to want it. And when people wants it, money has to come. So don't chase the money. Chase what you love to do. And that will transition into a better life that will bring you money. You see what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all tapping in with me on this one. I really enjoyed this video because it really speaks to a lot of people out here in the world, man, and what they're going through with these 9-to-5 and these dead-end jobs, man. But hey, man, I appreciate it. And until the next one, peace.